You know, sometimes an entire history, the whole legacy of a civilization, can be locked away inside a single book. And today, we're going to crack one open.
Okay, so it all starts right here, with this one object, a book. Its cover's worn. You can tell it's been handled, it's been read. It feels heavy with history, doesn't it? It's like something you'd find in a forgotten archive. Every little mark, every faded detail, it's all hinting at a story that's been waiting a long, long time to be told.
So that's really the big question, isn't it? What secrets, what lives, what history is tucked away inside this binding? Well, let's find out together.
All right, here we go. We've got a name. The title is Maather al Ajdad, which translates to The Legacies of the Ancestors. It was written by a man named Manzoor al Haq Siddiqi, and it was his life's passion. But why? What would drive someone to create something like this?
And that question, well, it takes us right to the heart of this document, the author's purpose. You see, this wasn't just some stuffy academic project. No, for him, this was deeply personal. This was a mission.
The author, Siddiqi, he felt this incredible urgency. He was watching his family's history, this incredibly rich history that had shaped communities for centuries, just dissolve. The great stories were turning into myths. The names were being forgotten. And he knew, deep down, that if he didn't do something, it would all just vanish forever.
And really, nothing says it better than his own words. He wrote, "I saw that the circumstances of my ancestors had become mere stories. It was necessary to compile a history of this family, lest their conditions be forgotten." Wow, you can just feel the weight of that, can't you? This wasn't just writing a book. This was a full-on rescue mission.
So, after years of what must have been painstaking research, traveling all over and writing, he finished it. And this one page right here, with his name and the date, 1974, this is it. This is the moment his mission to stop the clock on forgetting was complete. So, what exactly did he manage to save?
So what was inside? What did this incredible rescue mission actually pull from the brink? Well, he laid out this unbelievable family history, a noble lineage that stretches across a mind-boggling amount of time.
I mean, the scale of this is just, wow, it's staggering. We're not talking about your great-grandparents here. He documented the lives, the connections of over 1,000 people. Think about that. 1,000 individual stories that could have just disappeared.
And how he did it is just as incredible. This isn't some boring list of names, not at all. He's got these intricate, hand-drawn family trees to show you how everyone is connected, and then pages of text that breathe life into those names, describing who they were, what they did, and what their stories were.
Okay, but this is where it gets truly mind-blowing. This family tree doesn't just go back a couple of centuries. It traces the family's roots all the way back to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, the first caliph of Islam and a close companion of the Prophet Muhammad. We are talking about almost 1,400 years of documented history. Let that sink in.
But see, this book isn't just about who's related to who. It's about what they did. It's about their legacy. And as you comb through the generations, a really clear pattern starts to show up. A legacy of leadership, both in their communities and in their scholarship.
Yeah, two titles just keep popping up over and over, Qazi and Mufti. So, a Qazi, think of them as a judge, a really respected person in charge of law and justice. And a Mufti, that's a top-tier Islamic scholar, someone who interprets the law and guides the community. Basically, these guys were the pillars of their society.
And this wasn't just a flash in the pan. This legacy was incredibly consistent. I mean, just look at this timeline. You've got Qazi Qazi Qawm al-Din, way back in the 13th century. Jump forward a few hundred years to the Mughal era. You find Qazi Muhammad Akram. Then into the 18th and 19th centuries, you have scholars like Mufti Ghulam Mohyuddin and Mufti Habibullah. It's like this unbroken chain of leadership and influence, century after century.
So what's the big picture here? What does all of this mean? It means that for centuries, this one single family was absolutely central to life in South Asia. They were the ones administering law, preserving scholarship, educating people, and even serving in government. They weren't just living in their world, they were actively building it.
Which brings us back to this one red book and what it all really means. It's just such a powerful testament to what one person, driven by purpose, can actually do.
You know, when you take a step back, you see that this book, Maather al Ajdad, it's way more than just a family tree. Because in telling the story of one family, it ends up telling the story of an entire society. It's a time capsule, really, a snapshot of a civilization's intellectual and social history,
all seen through the eyes of this one incredible family. Just look at this beautiful calligraphy. It tells you everything you need to know about the care, the respect that went into this. Because one person, Manzoor al Haq Siddiqi, decided it was important. An entire world of history, justice, and knowledge was saved from just fading away.
And that kind of leaves us with a final question to chew on, right? Siddiqi saw these amazing stories just turning into whispers, and he went on a mission to save them. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What stories from your own past, your family, your community, are out there, just waiting for someone to write them down before they're gone for good?